What's going on, guys? Geargiaa here, and today I'm going to be giving you guys my episode 100 review podcast. So how it's going to work, I'm trying this new because I'm doing my review like 4 days after the episode came out, and most people don't watch reviews until the day after. Like, they only watch it on Sunday and Mondays genuinely. So since I'm posting it on Thursday, I was like, whatever, let me try something new just to get it out for the few people who actually care about my thoughts on the episode. So I'm going to have it a podcast style, which means I'm going to go little by little going on what the episode does, like the recaps that I always do, giving my same opinions, but it's going to be completely raw and unedited, so it'll be kind of more interesting that way, more personal, I guess. So feel free to click out of this tab and just listen in the background if you're doing laundry, whatever the hell you're doing, just listen in. There's nothing on screen, it's just going to be the picture on the background. I normally don't do it like this, but if you guys do enjoy it, please let me know in the comments below, because I do want feedback, because maybe I can do them like this more often. I've always kind of wanted to have a podcast, and this is like a little kind of podcast, you know, not very really, but, you know, kind of, right? Episode 100 podcast, let's go. So it pretty much begins with Krillin, you know, being ringed out, and then we have 9 people, and then Roshi gives, you know, the team a little optimistic view, right? He's like, yo, you know, he may have lost, but we still got 9 people. Let's not focus on that we lost someone. Let's focus that we still got 9 people in. You know, TN, you know, spotlight to him. He got his one word in like 30 seconds in the episode. He's like, damn, that's our Master Roshi, you know. He doesn't look at the crap that's happening. He looks at the positives. And then, you know, 17 and 18. You think 18 would be, you know, a little more supportive of her husband, who, you know, fucking risked his life for her. And, you know, they had a really cool episode in episode 99. But no, you know, she's still salty that he lost and mocks him for being, you know, weak or whatever. And yeah, and then we'll see Vegeta fighting Bodomo and Vegeta with the best fusion in fucking Dragon Ball history. You can't even deny it. It is the best fusion. He's having a tough time, and who wouldn't have a tough time, right? Like, it's Boto Vegeta. It's an unbreakable combination, right? Like, very unrealistic for Vegeta to have won that. So I'm glad that they didn't give it to him. And then we see even a cooler scene, which is probably my second favorite character that they've introduced in Dragon Ball Super. I think I like Hit a little better, personally, but Cabba's really close second, to be honest, for me. In fact, I actually like Cabba a little more than Hit in the beginning, but you know, we've just seen Hit more, so I like Hit a little more. We get 2 fighters, Murasarm and Nigarami, something like that. Like, who was made out to be the best Universe 3 fighter. They even said he was the best enhanced fighter. And he gets one-shotted. They both get one-shotted by Cabba. Just like that, you know, no problem. He goes Super Saiyan, says Master, boom. They fucking try to flank him. He's like, what? You're not who I'm going for. I'm going for Vegeta. Get out of the way, bro. And he just knocks him off just like that. No problem. I thought that was fucking dope, personally, because Cabba's like, yo, Master, go Super Saiyan, these guys attack, boom, out of the ring, just keeps walking like nothing happened. Yo, let's fight, dog. And, yeah, so I thought that was pretty interesting, but I didn't like the fact that they got this guy out so fast, because, again, he was the quote-unquote leader of Universe 3. I know he wasn't specifically, but he was, like, the first one that we saw from Universe 3, and then the Kaioshin of that universe even says that he's, like, the best fighter from that universe. And then he just gets one-shotted. And then in episode like 97 or 98, when Universe 9 gets eliminated, before Vegeta goes to help Goku, you see him sparring with him, and he just beats him down on hand-to-hand combat really freaking easily. So I didn't really like that too much, personally. Like, he should have done a little better, or they should have just eliminated somebody else in that spot. I'm not sure why they gave him so much things there. And then after that, we see Hit fighting Narirama, and he just easily takes care of that. Not much to see there. And, yeah, then we see Kale fighting against Mechiop, which is a Universe 10 crab-looking guy. He's kind of like a Zoidberg. I don't know. I forgot what noise he makes. Something like that. It was really cringy. I just said that. But, you know, that's why this is unedited. It's just cringe. Cringe fest. All right. So, yeah, so they're fighting. And, you know, she's, you know, doing decent hand-to-hand combat with Mechiop or whatever. And I was like, you know, whatever. That's not too bad, personally, you know. I mean, hand-to-hand combat, she's definitely not the person that you would think to be doing that. But then Nappa, best name ever in Dragon Ball, comes and behind her, gets her, and then freaking just uses her as a punching bag and knocks her ass off and then throws her. Kind of mad, you know. This is what, obviously for plot, they didn't do this. But realistically, if it was an actual tournament of power where the universes were in stake, you don't think that they would have taken her knocked ass off the ring? They would have just throw her to the side. I don't know. I don't like that too much. But Caulifla comes and swoops her in or whatever. But it wasn't an out of bounds throw, even though she kind of was, I guess, kind of really, not really, but whatever. So then Caulifla puts her down, gets some rest, but goes Super Saiyan and fucks up Mechiop before grab my Nappa, and he tries to push her out of the ring, but you know, obviously she didn't. She stops at the edge and like fucking seismic tosses, Pokemon reference there. Seismic tosses Nappa out of the ring, which was pretty funny. I'm gonna drink some water though. And I thought that was hilarious. It's like, all right, seismic toss. And then the highlight of this episode was when Goku's fighting the Yard Rat. Jimmy Zoos is the guy's name. He's fighting the Yard Rat, and he's going instant transmission. And the Yard Rat's like, huh, I bet you can't tech me. And then boom, fucking Caulifla just hits her. And I thought that was so funny. But no, I don't think the Yard Rat personally got out of bounds. It's very 50-50 in the community right now whether he got out of bounds. But at first I thought he did, but then I watched the episode a second time, and I don't think he actually did. So, yeah, there's that. And then, of course, Caulifla goes and asks Goku to be Super Saiyan Blue. But obviously, Goku's like, I don't think you can do that. Let's fight regularly. They do. And then Kale tries, you know, helping her senpai, gozaimashita, out. And boom. Goku's like, yo, bitch, what was that energy blast? And do not interrupt me while I am fighting. That is very disrespectful, I'll have you know. And then, you know, Kale's like, Caulifla? No, she's like, Oni, because I fucking hate her frail form. I hate it. And then Caulifla's like, fuck you, bro. Fucking Goku's hung, and he's a fucking better fighter than you. I'm gonna stick with Goku, personally. And then, obviously, fucking Trigger. And then, you know, she becomes, you know, Berserk Super Saiyan. And, you know, Son Goku! And then she just wants to fight Goku only, which, yeah, that did not go very well. He got kind of hulked from the Avengers there, and it felt pretty bad. And then, of course, in his blue form, he goes Kamehameha, and it doesn't do anything. But you have to realize, I think Goku was holding back. A lot of people are like, oh my gosh, dude, the power scaling in this fucking series makes no sense. And dude, I think Goku was holding back. You know, I don't think he knew. He knew he wasn't going to lose to Kale, so he didn't fire it off completely. That's just my opinion, though. A lot of people just got super triggered by that fact. I was like, dude, you can't let a little scene like that ruin the episode. I know my buddy Golden Scouter did not enjoy this episode personally, but I actually liked it. I don't know, I just like such small details like that. And I do get that Kale is a carbon copy of Broly, but I don't know, it just works in my opinion for me. I'm glad that it wasn't Broly, or that Broly was not canon, because you know Vegeta would have said something. I'm glad that she's her own character in a sense, of course. But if there is a Broly in Universe 7, there has to be the counterpart in Universe 6, which is just kind of how I see it, you know. Yes, of course they're a carbon copy, but there's, you know, only one quote-unquote legendary Super Saiyan per universe, you know, quote-unquote one, obviously, as well. So, you know, Kale is just a Universe 6 counterpart, you know, and Broly just happens to be the Universe 7, and they're the carbon copies. Well, maybe that's just what the transformation does, right? So then Mekiab gets knocked out by Kale. Then Vuan, the Pride Trooper, thinks he can take on Kale by himself using the Justice Soul Whipple, and gets fucked up. And then, awesome moment when Jiren fucking one-shots Kale. I was like, goddamn. Fucking Jiren's a little fucking strong, you know, just a little bit. Nothing crazy. And then we see Hit and Jiren, like, stare off. And then Goku's like, hey guys, what's up? How y'all doing? And then, you know, Hit's like, all right, perfect. Out of here. G2Go. Got to go. Peace, man. You know, it was fun talking to you, Jiren, but gotta go. You can talk to Goku, though. He's right there, you know. But, yeah, and then the episode ends with them staring off each other. We see the episode 101 preview is, like, Universe 7 versus 11. I hope to God, I'm letting you guys know right now, I'm kind of worried for TN, right? I don't want him to get eliminated. And I say this every review, and I realize that, but it's Universe 7 versus 11. And then, you know, we see that Roshi gets separated from the team through, you know, spoilers. But it doesn't say nothing about TN. And I don't think our first Universe 11 versus 7 standoff is not going to end without at least one elimination. And I think TN is going down. But I don't want him to. And I'll tell you why. It's not even being a TN fanboy. It's that if TN goes down, that makes the outro sequence of eliminations seem right. And I don't want it to be right, personally. I actually really do not want it to be correct. Like, the least thing I want is for that to be correct, and I'll tell you why. If that's correct, then I don't want to watch a Tournament of Power. It's not going to be a surprise to who gets eliminated, right? We're going to know who gets eliminated and in what order, so what the fuck is the point of watching the Tournament of Power? Like, I'm still going to watch it, of course, but it's not going to be as cool as if it just happens to be Krillin the first one eliminated, and then next is like Roshi or something, in my opinion. I just don't want Tien to be next because that just confirms the order. Or if Tien does get eliminated next, Vegeta cannot be the third one, personally. It just can't happen to me. And, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Overall, I really enjoyed this episode. Yes, Kale is a carbon copy of Broly, and I get that. I do. I really do. But it doesn't ruin the episode for me, and it's not going to ruin the Tournament of Power for me. A lot of people are bitching about it, but you just beggars can't be choosers or some shit like that, right? So hopefully you guys enjoyed this style of review. I guess it wasn't very much different from the regular reviews, just a little more, on air and not edited, so it makes it a little more realistic. And maybe further down the line, if you guys really enjoyed it, let me know in the comments, so maybe I can drag them on a little bit longer. I don't know. I personally don't like having them that long, but that's what she said. Well, maybe she didn't say that if she's a hoe. But it's not about I just want to talk to you guys, I guess, about the episode. And it was good, and there just wasn't much enough to talk about. There's episode 101, though, looks very good, because I love the Pride Troopers. I really do. It's like fucking Ginyu Squad 2.0, but cooler, and I don't know. And fucking the guy who got eliminated, Vuan, tell me he does not remind you of Agumon. He's literally Agumon. He's like, fuck it. Fuck Digimon. This shit's not paying well. I'm going to be a Pride Trooper, though. And he got eliminated first, though, so that wasn't pretty good. But yeah, catch you guys in episode 101, and have a good one, guys. Peace.